I think the worst part about being in this sphere is that when you try to reach out and help people or turn them in the right way, and so many of them are just absolutely nasty to you in response, even when you treat them very well, right? And so we have a consistent pattern of this. For example,
Be the villain. Epstein's my boy, dude. Let's just be honest. Epstein was cool as fuck. There, I said it. What are you going to do? Go ahead, cancel me. Yeah, I said it. Jeffrey Epstein was cool as fuck. Now what? Go ahead, cancel me. Do it. So sometimes we have to be the villain. Sometimes we have to be on a villain arc. That's okay. I'll be a little unpopular. I've been unpopular before.
now I'm sure that everybody will say, oh, he's saying that because people call him a villain. And so he's being satirical and he's saying Jeffrey's a villain. I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay. That's if you think that's what it is, go for it. But I've in the last year, I've had thousands and thousands of these bots and people come after me, harass me. And what I've done is simply try to put out information that would turn people in the right direction on these topics. And every one of these people goes in the wrong direction. They become Roman Catholics. They double down, triple down, quadruple down on their Roman Catholicism. You continually try to warn these people. And, you get called every name in the book, harassed, attacked, and for what? Like, what did I do to any of these people other than try to point out correct information? Now, as with the case of Candace, I don't know Candace. I've never talked to her, but I have made many, many streams. She has talked about a lot of the material that we've talked about. She referenced me on her show without naming me because I was in the documentary that Tim Gordon made. And no, I'm not salty because she didn't mention my name. I don't really care. If I was her, I wouldn't mention it either. If I was a Roman Catholic and I was committed to Catholicism. So, and the other thing too is like when you talk about this stuff and you try to put out good information, it's very frustrating because the people in these groups, they take any criticism as attack, right? They take any criticism as that you hate the person. And the cult followers pile on, even if you're trying to be helpful. Now, in the case of Nick, I reached out in DMs many times. The only reason I offered a debate was because many people were saying you should debate Nick again. And I said, I'd be happy to do that again. I didn't say I was going to debate him again. So that was taken out of context. It's not true that I wasn't demonetized and canceled. He said that I wasn't. That's not true. I was. So what happens is a lot of these people will do anything, I think, for the media positions. And they get in an insulated position where they think that anybody who might criticize them is suddenly their enemy. And part of the reason for that is because in this domain of media and entertainment, internet, whatever, there's a lot of people who backstab people. But I think, if you look at, for example, I've hosted the Alex Jones show for 6 years. Alex has never censored me. I've never backstabbed Alex. I tend to be a pretty loyal person. Even if I disagree with you, I will disagree with you openly, right? I mean, Tim Gordon is a friend and I've disagreed with him openly. And I don't shy away from pointing out disagreements. But when it comes to other people, I think they just assume that anybody who would try to correct me or try to put me on a different path or whatever, they're just out for their own motives and they're just being nefarious. And the sad part is that you can see people's trajectories and it's going in the wrong direction and they don't listen. They won't listen to you. It reminds me of I had a buddy who was an alcoholic and I would try for years everything I could to get him to not drink. And then I finally realized that, he's ultimately going to have to come to that realization himself, right? I can't fix him. I can't make him change his course. How has Alex Jones gone off the rails? I don't even know what you're talking about. Again, so first of all, let's get some fallacies out of the way. The topic is not Alex Jones. Alex Jones has nothing to do with what. Yeah, we got somebody in the chat who knows what I'm talking about. The point of the conversation is not Does Alex Jones have points I disagree with? I've talked on Alex's show openly about positions that I know Alex doesn't agree with. I critique libertarianism openly. I critique evangelical dispensationalist type theology, which Alex tends to have. Not so much, he's not a Zionist, but I critique the evangelical positions. I critique classical liberalism and libertarianism, which Alex affirms. I critique the American view of the Enlightenment. Alex has never told me to not talk about that, never told me that I can't discuss those disagreement topics on his show. And I've done probably 10 episodes of the fourth hour on that topic. So I would actually argue, no, over the years, Alex has become more and more level-headed and not more unhinged. So I have no idea what you're talking about, that Alex is off the rails. That's totally not true. And what I'm talking about today has nothing to do with Alex. Now, there is a black dude over here, Coach Colin. Yo, this Coach Colin, man. This Dyer dude, he just wanted to debate. Look at this dude. He said, let's debate. Well, why can none of the Candace people come and rationally present their position? Okay, we got wine moms again over here. My husband says, F you, Jay. That's an argumentum ad hominem. And my response is, go back to the box, baby. I put you back in the box, mama. Wine mama. Candace's audience is wine mamas and like dumb potheads. The other people defending it are like dumb potheads. Like this guy, Dr. Hollywood Hogan. You talk about the same crazy shit that she does. No, I don't. Please tell me what the crazy shit that I talk about is. That's what she talks about. I do not talk about ancient alien tech. I don't talk about aliens. I have debunked aliens for 12 years straight. My first podcast on YouTube that I uploaded was an interview with the Collins brothers. You can go listen to it 10 years ago, 11 years ago, debunking aliens as disinformation. The first time I went and spoke at a conspiracy conference, I called alien nonsense disinformation. Go watch the lecture. It's still up on YouTube. And another guy says, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, man. So does nobody care about what's true anymore? Like, is it just about screaming at people now? It's just about cussing people out. Like, it's not at all about what's the most logical, rational, likely position when it comes to Charlie Kirk, Egyptian planes, Mitch Snow, quantum time consciousness. I mean, dude, come on.